Starting just off the main road, we see the sign for Orrest Head. We then take the road up, keeping to the right, following the signs for the accessible path. Passing the houses, just after this gateway, we find a gravel path that's taking a shortcut up through the woods. When we did this walk last year, we followed the road all the way round, but now this shortcut's in, it's much quicker. At the top of the path, head left along the road, keep going up. At this point, if you're not following the accessible path, you can actually go straight up to the right there and it will take you a shortcut through the wood. On this corner you can follow the path to the left there, that is the accessible path, but we're going to follow the road up and going to come back down the accessible path. The road swings left and right a couple of times as we weave our way up onto the main stretch. Here we get passed by a young couple. At this point we didn't actually realise this is a CBeebies TV presenter who's filming a slot up on the top of Orrest Head. Here we pass on the right, there's a little, what looks like a campsite with some shepherd's huts, I'm not actually sure what it is, and you can, in the clearing you can just see views of Lake Windermere opening up. Here we're approaching the clearing now, where we meet the accessible path which we saw earlier. In the clearing there's a couple of signboards, one telling you about Wainwright and one telling you about the routes up to the summit, and there's a little gruffalo for the children in the clearing. Here again we have a shortcut up to the right, or as we do, we carry on following the accessible path straight ahead. Here we've come to a gap in the trees over the wall where we start to see our first views out onto the open fells. At this point again, the normal path is straight up along the wall, but the accessible path bears to the right and we just weave our way up. Here we have the crossroads of the path that comes up from the Gruffalo and would lead up straight up to the wall to the original path. Now we approach the original path which we would have met had we walked up the normal way, but the accessible path brings you onto this path now, and this here we really start to get some stunning views. Carrying along the path, we eventually, just before the big tree that you can see on the left, we come to the original gates, which takes you up a sort of pitch step path, and that would have been the original way up to the summit, but now with the accessible path being created, we carry on up the path and it swings to the left and then up to the summit. Much easier route for wheelchairs or prams. Here at the top, as it's a lovely clear day, we have the stunning views all around, which are the views that inspired Wainwright to explore the Lake District Fells further. At the top here we had a film crew with Nigel Clark from Baby Club on CBeebies filming a segment, so we didn't hang around too long, didn't want to disturb their work, so we dropped down, took a few pictures and then moved on. So basically it's a case of retracing your steps back down the accessible path and heading towards where the Gruffalo was, and that's then when we alter the direction which we came up. It was funny, on the way up someone was scared of the Gruffalo and wouldn't actually go near him, but she was getting confidence on the way down and suddenly the Gruffalo was her best friend. When you reach this clearing on the path, you have two choices. The right hand path is the normal path to walk down. The left hand path is the accessible path, which takes you back to the road. Here we are back approaching the road, so it's just bear right down the hill and follow the road along. At the end of this fence is the little gravel shortcut path that we came up earlier in the day, so we just bear right here to take this path, heading down through the trees past the house. And then at the bottom of this little gravel path it's right onto the road and carry on following a hill down. And now we're approaching back to the start of the walk at the main road. Hope you, like Wainwright before us, enjoyed this walk, and especially now it's accessible for all. Thanks for watching.